Well, welcome back to Can This Be Real? I'm Owen Christopher Bell, and I'm kind of giving you the history of the Natural Four. I had my special guest this time here a couple of weeks ago. His name is Bobby Young, and he's kindly considered coming back and doing a second interview to conclude because has a long history with Natural Four. And so this episode will feature Mr. Bobby Young, and he will conclude his time with Natural Four and the experiences that he had with Natural Four. So I'd like to welcome back one more time the one and only Mr. Bobby Young from the Bobby Young Project in Oakland, California. Welcome back, Bobby, for the second half of your interview. I really appreciate you taking time to come and visit me a second time. So welcome back, Mr. Bobby Young. So anyway, Bobby, you remember the Natural Four came back, and I left the group, physically left the group in 74, 70, 75.
Okay.
75, I left the group.
Must have been 75.
Yeah, 75, I left the group. And started getting my sons, specifically Mark, into television commercials.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was a period of time in there where you and I didn't even see you. It was
No.
about 7 years. We moved to LA in 77. But Mark was doing cereal commercials. And
Yes, I saw Mark on cornflakes commercial. And I was like, that's Mark.
Exactly.
Oh.
How did you stay, not necessarily in touch with me, but did you stay abreast of what I was doing during those times that we weren't together?
Not like I was trying to track you down, but I would hear stuff.
Right.
I'd run into people and hear things, and but that was about it. Because it was during the period. I started working with what's the name of that group? Spectrum.
I remember the name of the group.
With Ray Gardner, and the guitar player. The other guitar player was Ray White, that works with Zappa. Matter of fact, Ray White is continuing on Frank Zappa's band currently. You know, they're still working.
Well, let me ask you this: what did you think about the Natural Four, like, just disappearing?
It was weird. It was really sad, because there was really no reason that the group could not. I'll put it like this: the Whispers, got the attention and fame that the Four should have gotten. That's just it. And I don't know if it was just. Well, I know it wasn't just the songs. They had the songwriters that were writing some serious stuff. You guys had the heavyweight songwriters on that album. But it was industry politics. They've always been there from day one. First day, guy paid you $5 to sing into his can. And that's it. It was like the last thing I remember from the Four was the album. It's like you guys are in a living room somewhere.
Night Chaser.
Yeah. That was the last thing I remembered.
That was the last album we did.
Okay. See, so I was around up to that.
Right. That was the last album that we did. That's when we had Chuck Jackson and Marvin Yancey. Producers. Leroy, I think, might have helped with one or two of them, but he moved on. Curtis brought in Chuck Jackson and Marvin Yancey. So I got a chance to interview Greg for a short period of time yesterday. And it's amazing. He said exactly the same thing that you said that Larry Vance said, and that a lot of people keep saying to me that, and that the only person that was really serious about it was me. And it made, you know, I'm not looking for a bunch of accolades. I'm just saying it validates me to have people, my peers, say these things about me, you know.
Yeah.
You know, he said, anybody that was in music back then and that is in music today was serious about music.
Thank you.
Anybody that's not in it wasn't serious in the first place. But that's just my opinion. Do you remember? I want to go beyond Natural 4 and start getting into other things that you and I started working on together.
Oh, you mean when you made me sing as a Natural 4? Yeah. Right.
I was just, I was just trying, man, to keep the thing alive. I was trying to keep hope alive.
Wait. And the clincher is, okay, my claim to fame now as a singer was I sang in the Natural 4 for Jesse Jackson's presidential campaign fundraisers.
But I forgot all about that. That's right. Oh my God.
Okay.
But that's just how I am.
Yeah.
You know, I have never changed.
And we ran into each other somewhere, and
at the camera place.
Okay, you came in.
I came into the camera to get some film or something.
Okay.
And I asked the same question: are you still playing?
Okay. Yeah, I would say by then I was playing again halfway, just sitting at home, you know.
Right.
I remember after that I did some photos for you guys because I did a bunch of headshots for you and Mark.
Sure did. That's right.
That's right. There was some nice stuff you guys did over at the lake, and then
yes, it was, man.
I did some stuff. Let's see. When I met Zakia, God, it was before you guys did the thing at the auditorium with John. When you guys did
her first gig with him.
Yeah, when the one where she did Loving People. It was the Bay Area Blues Society's Hall of Fame Awards, whatever. Yeah. Because I was there and I shot that.
Right on.
And see, because by then, Z knew I played because there was a rehearsal at Jack's, and that day that they had the rehearsal, I had hooked up with Z, and she took me down to her daddy's house, and that's when I did those portraits of John that I did. Okay, and then we went from there up to the city to Jack's, and Deacon was playing, and you guys did Loving People, and came down and said, "Damn, that means we want to play again now." And Zakia went and got Tony's guitar and amp and got it back on the stage and had me get up there and play with Tony's guitar.
Really?
Uh-huh. Yeah. And that was the very first time I met Tony. You know, so, I mean, it was that. And then when I came down, that's when she told me, "You're going to play guitar in my band." And I said, "Okay. I guess I should go find my equipment."
And get ready to start playing.
Well, I mean, I got really, what's the word for? I don't want to say depressed, but I lost all the focus for playing because of disco.
Yes.
You know, because
a lot of us did, but you couldn't. But I couldn't quit.
That was it.
I guess the basic reason for this follow-up on you is, to ask you the questions. Do you feel that your time with Natural 4 was time spent well spent, or do you feel that of course, we always think we can do better, but do you think the time you spent with Nacho 4 was time well spent?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lesson in a whole bunch of ways. You know, that was my first real road trip.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I had been doing stuff like Sacramento or Davis, you know, or Woodland, but that was my first real road trip. And it it made a difference in me as to how I am now. If I go somewhere with a band, you know, I'm usually the first one there, so I can get there, be set up, and kick back and relax.
Hello.
It helped also in that it made me playing with the four is actually where I really learned to start listening while I was playing. You know, because I knew that I was following you guys, and wherever you went, that's where I had to go, regardless of if it was right or wrong. If the singer makes a move, you go there. You know, and that's where I learned that.
Do you feel that you were instrumental in Zakia's relative success? Not that she's some superstar or anything.
Instrumental?
Do you think that you were that working with her, first working with Nacho 4, then working with Zakia, was it easier or harder working with her?
Easier. It was a lot easier.
Okay.
You know, because she had never done it before. So for her, it was all brand new. And yeah, I mean, that was a breeze. It was getting her to relax.
That was the big problem.
That was the hard part. You know, getting her to relax and to have the confidence that she needed. You know, that. But other than that, man, playing
was a breeze.
Once again, it was that whole thing. Okay, she's singing. If she makes a mistake, I'm going right with her. You know.
Right. This is going to be, you know, these things are being seen already in Argentina for sure.
Okay.
And because, you know, that's my second home. Okay, answer me this question. What knowledge do you want people to know? What do you want people to know about Bobby Young? Musically, mainly about your music. What should people know about you, specific?
I don't play cookie cutter blues. You know, we're not doing that cookie cutter thing. We're not playing from the head. We're playing it from the heart. So when we play it, what we play today might be a little bit different than what we play tomorrow because we feel it. You know, it's not that, okay, this is so-and-so's lick, and I got to make sure I got this lick down pat. And, you know, and it that kind of bothers me, you know, because it's really hurting the blues. Because you've got people saying what's blues that, you know, they're calling stuff blues that ain't blues. You know, not that I've become a blues expert, but
well,
I've been.
What do you consider your type of blues?
I'm more like a Freddie King. You know, I'm that electric Freddie King stuff. I'm not as what's the word I want to use? I'm not as sharp or as attacking as Albert Collins. You know, but I'm more like Freddie King, or even an Earl Hooker. You know, and although I can play John's licks, but, you know,
Not too many people can.
You know, and it's but yeah, that's kind of where we're at. You know, I don't like being called blues rock, because it's not. You know, I mean, if I'm gonna play rock, you definitely know I'm playing rock, and ain't gonna be no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But yeah, I mean, you know, we're trying to reach everybody. You know, that's the thing.
The other question is, your son is also a guitarist.
Yep.
And tell me a little bit about him and your influence, other than the fact that all you've been doing is like me, playing music all the time. What is your, what do you, how do you consider your, what do you consider your son in the scheme of the music business? What do you consider him?
You mean as far as
His playing, his attitude. I've known him since he was a baby.
he's a hardcore musician. You know, he that, and that's kind of the problem. He doesn't want to do anything but play music. You know, so he doesn't have a full-time job so that he can be ready to go at a moment's notice. You know, I mean, anybody. I mean, the first time he was on the stage was with us with Zakia at Biscuits and Blues. I think he was. How old was Nicholas?
16, 17?
No, he was much younger than that. Yeah, Nicholas was like about I'm gonna say 12 or 13 when we did that. Okay, and then after that, you know, he had his bands that he was playing in, and that was straight up heavy metal. You know, and that's still his love. But you know, he came up to Seattle with us the last time we went up there for that thing that Monique would do at the EMP.
Was he with us with the fundraiser for her?
He did one of them.
Oh my God!
He did the last one.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
We did two of them, didn't we?
We did two.
Yeah. Wow, good memory.
Yeah, and I mean, and Victor has video of those shows. Yeah,
really?
But it needs to be converted. I'm still waiting to see it. So I don't know if you remember, his son was there doing the video. He had a camera mounted, set up on a tripod back behind where everybody was sitting.
I don't remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Victor.
But Nicholas is playing. You know, he's writing music for some of the new stuff that we're doing. You know, he does all my guitar technical work for me.
How old is he now?
33. Damn. Okay. Yeah.
One last thing. If you had this to do over again, starting from when you and I first met, is there anything that you would change?
I probably man, I don't know. I mean, that's a because most of it was what made it a learning experience. You know, I mean, as I change it, then that changes what I learned. Okay, I'll tell you the one thing that sticks in my mind. I would have stayed at the hotel and gone with you guys to the studio that night. Everybody went to the studio to talk and be on the beginning of this is what's happening now. You know, because I wasn't there. I don't remember if I had gone to if you guys did that when I was at my aunt's house for the night, or if I was at this girl's house that I met when we were in Chicago.
I'm glad you mentioned that song. I need to write that down, so that's one of the next ones I'm going to play.
That's a song that's so correct for right now. It makes no sense.
No kidding, huh?
Okay,
Thank you for mentioning that, Bobby. I really appreciate it.
That and things will be better tomorrow. Okay. I mean, come on. You know,
Because that's exactly what's happening right now.
I know it.
Oh my God. I forgot all about those two songs. I was going to do two other ones. I'm going to do those two.
Mm-hmm.
See what I mean? You see how we work? We still work.
Okay.
We're 3,000 miles away from each other. Still work. Look, I'm going to end now, but I want to say, first of all, as always, Bobby, thank you so much for taking time for me. I'm going to keep you posted on these things that I do. Bobby, I want to thank you again for participating on your follow-up interview, and let's stay in touch, please.
Okay, yeah.
Because me as a kid thinking about coming out there and doing some kind of show. I can't take it no more, man.
Okay. It's well, you see how they moved up in technology. We just on Zoom together. Okay.
Hey, so at least we stand on top of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, stand on top of this.
I said me and Greg been working on the CD online. So
Greg who?
My bass player.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you do it nowadays.
Yeah.
And you get it done, you know. Mm-hmm. And the thing about musicians, we're going to get our music out there some kind of way.
Okay.
We may not make a bunch of money at it, but hey, man, I wouldn't trade this life for shit.
Okay. Got that right. You know.
All right. Tell Sylvia I said hi and I love her. And I'll see y'all later. Thank you, man.
Later, man. Take care. Stay out of trouble.
Hey, man, I'm too old enough to now. Peace.
Later, man. Peace.
Well, at the end of the show, I'd like to play a couple of more cuts from the album entitled Night Chaser, which was a Natural 4 final product with Curtom Records. Chuck Jackson and Marvin Yancey were the two producers on the final album, were the two key producers. Chuck Jackson was with a major vocal group, and Marvin Yancey was Natalie Cole's husband. So they kind of geared the music more to, I guess, my style. But then again, not really. Everybody had a part to play. But anyway, I like to play, as I said, Night Chaser, which was the title of the album, and Get It Over With, which was another song on the album. And you'll hear some differences in the way that we were singing. But still, we were making progress, I think, in terms of our musical ability and be able to do certain things. But anyway, without any further ado, I'd like to play those songs here at the end of the Bobby Young interview, and I hope that you enjoy it.
It's about time, girl. Oh, baby. Listen. Go on, girl. Say something to me, sugar. You better get it over with. All right, baby. Tell him today. Go on now. Get it over with. Sugar. Don't waste no more time, girl. Get it over with. Go on, baby. Tell that man about it. Tell the man about it. Baby, you'd better, oh lady, God, tell 'em about us, tell 'em about us, tell 'em about us. Oh, how long will it be before I can stop sharing you? Will it set you free, or was that a lie? Time's running out, so I need double day to try. Say goodbye. Go on, man, We gonna get down to that. Hey, hey. Never too old to have some fun. When you get old, that's when your life has just begun. Get yourself together, get out of the town. Lord, gotta get down, guys. Night chaser, party maker. We love the chair. Hey, 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 Lord, well, night chaser, party maker. We love the chair. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, party with me one time. Get down, get down, get down, get down, party. Hey, 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 I want you to party all over the world, y'all. Get down, 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 party. Don't you wanna party? Hey, 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 get down, get down, get down, hey.
Well, that concludes my show for today. I hope that you enjoyed the information that Bobby and I shared with you. And I hope that you come back and see us again. Thank you for tuning in to Can This Be Real? And I'll see you again the next time on Can This Be Real? I'm Olin Christopher Bell. And don't forget, Music Saved My Life, From Darkness into the Light. That's my book. I hope you have a chance to read it, pick it up, tell me what you think. If you don't like it, what can I say? But in the meantime and in between time, thank you for tuning in to Can This Be Real? God bless you. Take care of you. Peace out.